Hello and welcome. This is an interview long due. Parth, Jindal and I have been planning this interview for about a month and a half. Unfortunately, it did not happen, or rather, we were actually waiting for the auction to happen. I want to put this on record. Delhi Capitals had a fantastic auction. They've assembled a very good side. I'm on record. In fact, I was in the middle of a live show when we decided we'll record now, and we were analyzing the Delhi team as telepathy. And I was saying that it's got a very, very good core now. Happy with the auction part? Clearly, you've got some really good buys at some very good prices. Your first thoughts?
No, I'm very happy with the auction. Obviously, going into the auction, there was so much speculation about what's going to happen with Delhi Capitals and who are we going to go with. And I must say that it was a very disciplined show by everyone at Delhi Capitals. I think both the ownership groups, we worked very well together. And I think I'd like to give a lot of credit to the support staff. They did a tremendous job, and yeah, I think the team is looking very good on paper. Now we need to make sure that they click. Obviously, in my heart, I'm very emotional and sad that I lost my favorite cricketer. After Dada, my favorite cricketer has been Rishabh Pant, and he will continue to remain my favorite cricketer. But in my heart, I feel very sad I lost him, but very happy with the option.
That was my next question. I thought that was a really heartfelt or sincere message that you have penned on Twitter. It was clear that this was a genuine message coming from a well-wisher and kind of elder brother. What you've done for Rishabh Pant, and by the way, I'm privy to that. I know Rishabh Pant and you share a great bond. And can you tell me a little bit more about that message? How tough was it when that 27 crores actually came from your friend Sanjeev Goenka and Shashwat Goenka? Tell me a little bit about that part, Jindal.
Korea, I think we lost Rishabh the minute we didn't retain him. Let's all be very honest about that. Let's not try and kid ourselves that we were ever going to get him back in the auction. And if I did do the right to match at that price, I would have ruined the auction for Delhi Capitals. And at 18 crores, Rishabh Pant is a totally different proposition. At 27 crores, he's a totally different proposition. So let me not fool myself or fool anybody. We lost Rishabh when we couldn't retain him.
Part
Uh,
Jindal, I would be doing injustice to my profession if I did not ask you this. Rishabh wrote a message on Twitter saying, I did not leave for money. I know his relationship with you. You just said the day you did not retain. Had it been single ownership, would you have retained Rishabh Pant?
no, I don't think it's about ownership here. I don't think it's about ownership here. I think we were very aligned as an ownership group. It was a very collective decision that was taken. We had a lot of discussions with Rishabh, and there were things that we expected of Rishabh that we did not get last season or in the previous seasons, and we gave him honest feedback on that. And we both, Kiran and I, GMR, JSW, we are one family. We are one. We are united. And it was a decision we took. We gave him feedback. Feedback was not taken as we expected it to be taken. And yeah, I mean it's okay. He took an emotional call. He's also grown up in this franchise, right? And he was a young boy when he started. Delhi Daredevils gave him his first opportunity, and Kiran gave him his first opportunity, and I obviously came into the franchise later and developed a very strong bond with him. But what transpired is something that I don't want to get into because it was a very protracted, long discussion we had, and at the end, Rishabh himself decided that I don't want to stay. We made all our efforts. Both Kiran and I made all efforts to keep him, but he decided that he wanted to go in a different direction, which we respected. At that time, I also respected it. I said, Rishabh, it's okay. I won't go for you in the auction. But then my heart took over in the auction, and I tried getting him back. And Kiran also was like, it's okay, we'll make up later. Both of us will make up with him after. If we get him, we'll figure it out. So we tried, but then the price became too high. So it's nothing to do with ownership. It was a joint decision that we took.
I'm respectful of what you said, and this is not an interview where I want any controversy. So I'm not going to sort of get down to doing anything like that. And you answered me candid, fair, and reasoned, and I believe it at that. And I hope Rishabh also kind of moves past this, because he will also know that hand on heart, Parth Jindal has always been a friend, a well-wisher, and will forever be a friend and a well-wisher. Based on what you've written today, that bond would be cemented wherever he plays. And that's the best part about sport, Parth. I know that. I mean, you've been a supporter of Indian sport, not simply cricket, and I'm glad for that. Some of your buys, standout buys, Mitchell Stark for 11.5 crores, according to me, was a bloody steal. And JSW steal. Tell me about Mitchell Stark.
uh, no, I think like I mentioned, we had done a lot of planning going into the auction. We had kept a budget for fast bowlers, and we felt we had names in mind, and we felt that if any fast bowler comes within our budget, then we have to take them. So I think because of the way Mitchell Stark's name came in the auction, given that it came out so early, given that other teams had just spent big money on Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant, etc. I think we got Mitchell Stark. We're very, very delighted. He's a serial winner. He's a serial champion. He's a champion cricketer. He's a great human being, and he's someone who can lead the lineup at Delhi Capitals. And I think we got him much lower than what we thought he would go at. And now we are going to base our fast bowling around him.
Captaincy, can I ask you? Give me
um,
a headline.
no, it's a bit premature. It's a bit premature. I think we have to give the coaching group the fair opportunity to assess who they want. So once the squad assembles, I think Hemang, Venu, and the team will assess who they want, and make the decision.
But you've got plenty of options in KL, Rahul, Faf, Duplessis, a lot of leadership options there. And the one question I will ask you is the KL Rahul buy. KL Rahul for 14 crores was another very important and interesting buy. And if I see the reaction at the auction table, you and Kiran and everybody in that table, Hemang and Saurav, and all of you were really animated and excited. Thoughts about that KL Rahul buy, Parth Jindal?
KL is an exceptional cricketer. He's consistently given 450 runs plus in every single IPL season. The Kotla as a ground we felt will really suit KL's batting. If there were two grounds which probably KL wants to go to as his home ground, it would have been RCB or Delhi Capitals. Both the Chinnaswamy and the Kotla suit his game in terms of them being small grounds, and them being I in a position where he can accelerate very quickly. There's been a lot of chatter about KL's strike rate and all of those things, which I believe that a class player is a class player. When we were discussing our option strategy, obviously the first lot was Rishabh Pant, Shreyas Iyer, right? That was going to come out first, and we felt that obviously if we get one of those two players, with Shreyas or Rishabh, one of them being that Indian marquee batter, then we obviously wouldn't have any budgets for KL Rahul. But in the event we lost both, and we went into the auction knowing that it is very likely that we will lose both, because a Punjab, an LSG, a RCB has more money than us. And then who is the next best batsman to bring out? And KL Rahul was right up there as that name. And frankly, for me, I believe that he is a quality player, and hence us again getting him at that price meant that it opened up the budgets for strengthening the squad in other areas. And super delighted. I know KL personally. I know Athia in KL, for a long time, and he's a good friend of mine. And he's someone who thrives with love and respect. And that's exactly what I'm going to give him. I'm going to give him the love and respect that he deserves. And I hope he thrives in our atmosphere and, just does it for Delhi and wins in IPL, which I don't think KL has ever won. So
No, he hasn't.
I hope he wins it with us now.
Yeah, I mean, Delhi hasn't won, KL hasn't won, so could be a good start. Could be a
Yes.
good start. But Parth again, I mean, he's also a leadership option because he's captain India. He's captain India in Test match arena also. Is a senior option. He's captain Lucknow. He's captain Punjab in the past. Alongside Faf du Plessis, you will have plenty there in KL Rahul if you kind of make KL Rahul the leader. Tell me something. When the Shreyas Iyer bid was happening, 26.75 crores, Delhi did go up to 26.50. What was the talk in that table? There is a video going viral. But tell us, I mean, 26 and a half crores is a hell lot of money, boss. I mean, 26 and a half crores is a lot of money. What was the talk there? And I ask this because there was a lot of speculation before the auction that Shreyas Iyer will go to Delhi Capitals because that's the speculation. I'm sure you've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think, like I said, it was a very clear decision by Delhi and by the ownership group that we want to go after one of Shreyas or Rishabh. That was definitely Plan A. That either Shreyas or Rishabh we have to get, come what may. But having said this, come what may point, there was a budget and there was a ceiling budget that we had in mind, which would allow us to build a good squad and a good team. Obviously, we exceeded that budget when it went to 26 and a half. But always in the IPL, it's dynamic. You have to keep a little bit of buffer. But I'm very happy for Shreyas that he got that kind of recognition, and he got reunited with our former coach and his new coach, Ricky Ponting. And I think that decision of Punjab was Ricky's decision very clearly because he's worked with Shreyas in the past. So very good, very happy for him. But I don't think Delhi Capitals would have been able to build a good squad if we had landed Shreyas at that price.
That's a big statement you're making. Big statement you're making that price would have kind of upset your balance in that squad. And frankly, because you said it, I will say it, that 26.75 crores, when I look at that Delhi Capital squad, I think if you had paid that money, you would have missed out on 2 or 3 key buys, and that could have upset your auction balance quite a bit. When I look at your bowling, I've got, it's a very good bowling attack. Akshar Patel and Kuldeep Yadav for spin, Mitchell Stark, Natarajan, Mohit Sharma, Mukesh Kumar for pace with Dusmanta Chamira. That's serious stuff. So this time round, unlike last year, you seem to have all your bases covered, Parth Jindal.
I think, Burya, last year, the team that started and the team that ended were two very different teams. And I think the team that ended the season for Delhi Capitals, the last 5 games, if you look at the team that played, we wanted that team to continue. Explosiveness at the top with Jake Fraser McGurk and Abhishek Porel. KL now coming and adding that stability at 3. Maybe a new role for Akshar batting up the order. Having very good finishers in Tristan Stubbs, Harry Brook, and Ashutosh Sharma, who was an absolute revelation last year. And then having a very good bowling attack in Kuldeep, Stark, Natarajan, Mukesh, Mohit. Very excited about having Samir Rizvi and Karun Nair as backup batsmen as well. Very excited about the leg spinner that we have, who we've got from UP, whose bowls are very unbelievable googly. So we've been following him for quite some time. So overall, I think, and obviously, can you imagine? I didn't even take the name of Faf, who's a legend of the IPL and who's incredible, whose fitness is amazing. So, team is solid, team is strong. I think we've taken the team that is suited to Kotla as well. So yeah, I'm really excited about this team.
Final couple of questions before I let you go. So what will be the operation side? Do I see my friend Saurav Ganguly in that dugout? Do I not see? Do I see you as excited like last year? Will it be Kiran's team that runs it? You run WPL based on the announcement? How will it be? And by the way, I'm not asking for controversy, just asking for clarity. What will be the role of the two owners so that there is harmony and there is complete camaraderie going forward? What will be the role of both sides?
No, there's complete harmony, Boria. You means you can see us on the auction table. We were hugging each other, smiling, laughing. We are one big family, both very large corporates, different styles, but we're together. I will be as passionate as ever, be jumping around and cheering the boys and backing Hemang, Venu, Munaf, and the rest of the coaching group to the hilt. Dada will always be available to the team as and when Hemang needs. Dada is always there. Dada will otherwise be with me, otherwise, he will be available. We are both available for whatever is required. It is our team very much, but obviously, GMR is running it. And that was made very clear, and we've made it very clear that we are always available for anything, and they are very open. Even today we had a long chat. We were discussing. So it's just a different way of running. And I know what you have said and what others have said, that this cannot work, but we will make it. We will show how it can work and how this can actually make us stronger and better as a team.
If you can, all of us will be proved wrong, because that's a fact. And I wish that happens, by the way, because I'm a well-wisher of yours and all will always be.
But
Saurav
but
Ganguly
you
being
have
a
to
family.
admit the auction, we did it
Very
well.
well. Yes, and I'm saying that openly. I'm saying very openly, Delhi Capitals has assembled a squad that is looking excellent. But I'm also saying that had you gone for Shreyas Iyer at 26.75 crores, this squad would not have been the case. I'm saying that as well. So I'm
Yeah.
sticking to what I'm saying, 100%. Even 26.5 crores, I thought your auction balance would have gone all right. So that didn't happen, and this squad came together. Last question, Parth Jindal. When you look at the other squads, when you look at some of the other teams, this time around, the one sense I'm getting is a lot of teams are very closely matched. Some very, very good teams, whether it's Delhi, whether it's Chennai, whether it's Lucknow, whether it's Mumbai, some really quality sides out there. It will be the closest IPL, according to me. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't talk about Hyderabad. I think a phenomenal
Correct.
team.
Hyderabad,
You
yes.
know, I think Rajasthan has a great team. I mean, on paper, it's going to be it's a blockbuster IPL. I think the degree of maturity has really gone up in the IPL in terms of the way scouting happens, the way players get identified. Like look at Priyansh. The way the bidding went for Priyansh means every team knew about Priyansh Arya, right? Every team knew about Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Every team knew about the mystery spinner from Afghanistan who went to the
Allah
Mumbai.
Gazal.
Allah
And
Ghazal.
if you could see Indian domestic buys, there was no emotion. There was ruthlessness. There was ROI. There was business. There was complete clarity of knowledge. There was no emotion in this auction much at all. Maybe I will say Venkatesh Iyer was the only emotional buy, according to me, from Kolkata. Other than that, mostly very prudent buys.
Absolutely. So I think it's going to be a very close IPL. And if you look, everyone has, I mean, built their team for their home ground. If you look at the way Chennai has gone with Noor Ahmed, um, uh,
Ashwin.
Ravindra Jadeja, and they'll have a third
They
spinner,
have got Ravichandran Ashwin as well.
Ravichandran Ashwin. So they're going with Ash is back after 10 years. So three spin attack. So when you go to Chepauk, you got to get your batsman ready to play a lot of spin. So everyone is doing that. We've built our team around Kotla. Mumbai has built their team around Wankhede. KKR has built their team around around Eden Gardens. So earlier there were one or two teams that were doing this, right? CSK made it a habit to build their team around their home ground. Mumbai made it a habit to build their team around their home ground. Other teams, we all were not doing that. Now everyone has learned, everyone has understood, and everyone's doing that. So it's going to be awesome. It's amazing. I think the beauty of the IPL is the auction, is the mega auction. I think this is where the playing field levelizes. And this is where, everyone, whether you're the richest person in the world or whether you're not, everyone is on the same level. And it is your intellect and your strategy that needs to come to the table on that day. And it's just amazing. And I hope that for the benefit of the IPL and for Indian cricket, the mega auction continues forever and ever, because that truly differentiates the IPL from any other league in the world.
I'll end there. I'll end there. Always a pleasure talking to you, Parth Jindal. I know you're in China, you've got more meetings coming up, but this is your first interview after the auction. So, privileged. Thank you very much for your time. Some great words, some candid words on Rishabh Pant and some of the other buys. I wish you all the very best because, like I've always said, and I will always say, you are good for sport. Not just cricket, you're good for sport. I want you as involved with the WPL. I want you more involved with the WPL because that sport needs you and people like you. And I want you further involved with the Olympic movement, as you very well know. So thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you joining me.
Thank you, Boria. Thank you very much.